Business diversification. Diversification occurs when a business develops a new product or expanding into a new market. Often, business diversify to manage risk by minimizing potential harm to the business during economic downturns. The basic idea is to expanding to a business activities that doesn't negatively react to some economic downturns as a current business activity. One of your business enterprises is taking a hit in the market. One of your other business enterprises will help offset the losses and keep the company viable. A business may also use diversification as a growth strategy. Strategy of diversification. There are different diversification strategies a company may be employing. We will take a look at some of the primary strategy. Our first strategy is concentric diversification. A company may decide to diversify its activities by expanding into markets or products that are related to its current business. For example, an auto company may diversify by adding a new car model or by expanding into a related marketing like trucks. An advantages to these approaches is the synergy that can be created due to the complementary products and markets. Additionally, expenses can be relatively easily because the skills and knowledge to run the new business are similar to those the company already possesses. Horizontal diversification. Horizontal diversification involves providing new and unrelated products or services to existing consumers. For example, a notebook manufacturer that enters the pen market is pursuing a horizontal diversification strategy.
Vertical diversification. Vertical diversification or integration is when you expand in backward or forward direction along the production chain of your product. In this approach, you may control more than one stage of the supply chain. For example, a film distributor produces its own content or a technology manufacturer opens its own retail store. Conglomerated diversification. Another strategy is conglomerated diversification. If a company is expanding into industries that are unrelated to its current business, then it's engaging in conglomerated diversification. For example, the car company we have been discussing may decide to enter the computer business, the toothpaste business, the real estate business and the furniture business. Conglomerated diversification is a good means to manage risk as long as you can effectively manage each business, which leads us to the disadvantage. Management may not have the skills or experience to manage the new enterprises.
Why company diversify? In addition to achieve higher profitability, there are several reasons for a company to diversify. Diversification mitigates risk in the events of an industry downturns. Diversification allows for more variety and options for products and services. If done correctly, diversification provides a development boost to brand image and company profitability. Diversification can be used in defense. By diversification products and services, a company can protect itself from competing companies. In the case of cash cow in slow growth market, the diversification allows the company to make use of surplus cash flow.
Advantages and disadvantages of diversification. There are pros and cons to each of the different diversification strategy. A successful diversification can help you increase sales and revenue, grow market share, find new streams, achieve higher margin compared to existing product, limit the impact of change in the market.
In the other hand, diversification will incur development, sales and marketing costs. It will also require additional skills, management and operational resources. If this demand exceeds the potential revenue and profit gains, diversification can put your business at risk. Diverting funds and resources into diversification may limit potential growth area of your business. Lack of knowledge or existing in the new industry or markets lead to cost delay or mistakes. Diversifying too quickly may cause you to lose track or dilute your core products or services. If you stretch your resource too widely, you may struggle to provide a consistent level of service, which can lead to dissatisfaction and customer losses.
In general, diversification with similar product or services and selling them to a familiar customer facing less risk than some other business growth strategy, such as creating a product for a completely new market. Diversification can be a great way to maintain business stability. It allows you to hedge your bets, and if one of your market products falls, you have another to back you up until you recover. For example, Apple, one of the most company in the world, Apple Incorporated faces the great example of a related diversification model. Related diversification means there are notable between the existing products and services and the new one beginning developed. Once upon a time, Apple launched the Macintosh personal computer. They had released product prior to this, such as the Apple motherboard, but the Macintosh and related personal computer products defined Apple's early success. The period of decline in the company during the mid-1990s, with Microsoft delivering a cheaper and simpler PC alternative toward the end of 1990s, Apple was approaching bankruptcy. Then it all changed. In 2001, Apple launched the iPod and subsequently iTunes softwares. Later, Apple would truly hit the diversification jackpot with the launch of the revolutionary iPhone in 2007. With modern smartphones and digital music players sharing features with computers, it's easy to forget the before the 2000s. Computer and mobile phones bore next to no similarities from a consumer perspective, but operational synergies in manufacturing allowed Apple to share resources and capabilities between the two product groups. As the smartphones Apple developed used many of the same resources and design principles as their companies. Apple did not stop there, though the company has since diversified into tablets, watches, smart audio, and even electric vehicles. Apple's diversification strategy at the turn of the millennium not only saved the corporation from impending failure, but helped them grow into one of the biggest corporations on earth.
The next example is Amazon. Amazon is one of the world's largest and most well-known companies. Generated a mouth-watering $368 billion in 2020. Amazon's initial operations was that the online bookseller, and it was a very successful one after its launch in 1995. Books were easy to source and distribute, but company founder Jeff Bezos always planned to diversify. The website began selling video games and other multimedia in 1998, and before long the company sold consumer electronics, software, homeware, toys and more. The long-term goals of Amazon was always to diversify from an e-commerce website to a fully loaded technology company. Midway through a notice, Amazon launched Amazon Web Service, which delivers on demand computing platform, and suddenly they were a long way away from just selling books. From web series and e-commerce to consumer electronics, Amazon diversified further as they launched the Kindle e-reader and later the Amazon Echo smart speaker system in the remarkable similar trajectory to what the Apple had followed previously. They also entered the digital music industry with Amazon Music. Skip ahead to the present day, and Amazon has its own airline, goods store platform, movie studio and much more. The diversification of Amazon is impressive as it's concerned for competitors and is possible to highest profile example of strategy relatedness in business diversification.